Hello and welcome to Duisenberg, California. This is the Lost Dutchman's Mining Association's camp in Southern California. It's about a 2-hour drive north of Los Angeles. This is one of my favorite camps. It's always beautiful out here. I like to come out here in the winter time. It's beautiful. The sun's usually always shining and it's just wonderful out here. There's a lot of things to see and do out here at Duisenberg, and today we're going to show you what it's like to go camping out here during an outing. The Gold Prospectors members can come out to Lost Dutchman's camps during an outing, and we're having an outing this weekend. There's going to be people down there digging for gold. They're going to be panning and sluicing and high banking. Also today we're going to take you out to an outlying claim that's nearby here from Duisenberg, and we're going to do some dry washing. We're also going to do some crevicing, see what we can find out here. That's one of the benefits of Lost Dutchman's. You can camp here on this LDMA camp, and then you can go and visit the outlying claims that are nearby. So it's really a nice thing to be able to do. You see there's plenty of room for camping. There's about 180 acres here at Duisenberg. And we're also going to have, when we get all done with the common operation at the end of the outing here, we're going to have a gold draw, and you're going to get to see what people get in the gold draw. It's a lot of fun, so we'll see you, and you stay tuned. That's definitely volcanic looking.
How's it going?
Good. What's happening?
Oh, just out trying to make some digs.
Anybody find any color?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm just looking for some areas, taking some pictures, and looking for some areas to pull a couple buckets out of. There's some nice, going up that way, you see some older, some tailings, big old mounds of tailings from probably when they had the mine. Looking pretty good.
We'll go check it out.
Yeah.
What is that, Perry? Like a conglomerate or a breccia. It's like a volcanic deposit. But not, I mean, it was cemented gravels. Ancient material. Oh, it looks like a prospect. I don't see a quartz vein in there. Back up. Well, maybe there was a vein that went right through there. There's the mine. We must be getting up to the upper end of the property. Well, the reason I like this spot right here is because you have solid bedrock right here, and you have these cemented gravels that are right on top of the bedrock. And so what I've been doing is chipping out this material out of here. And chipping out this stuff. And see how hard it is. Hard and cemented in there. You can tell it's an old layer. And it's really hard. It's a lot of work, but we got to get a sample, see what's in there. And then we can scoop some of this stuff up. And then we can get rid of the larger rocks. Don't need to pan that. Get a little more. We'll go pan that out and see what's in there. Well, I got my trusty tub of water here. Gotta get the material loosened up real good. Break up any clay. And it's always fun. I always enjoy checking out a new claim. You never know what you're gonna find. Came out here today and it was really pretty out here. It's a beautiful canyon area, and it's been nice. It hasn't been too cold. Been about in the mid-60s or so. A lot of black sand in this stuff. Looks like we got some heavy iron material in there. All right. Just about ready to take a look. Okay, here we go. Let's see, what do we got here? Definitely lots of black sand. Oh, there's a color. There's color here. Yeah, look at that. I'll be darned. Gold! Well, since we found color here, I think it's getting kind of late in the afternoon. I think what I'll do is pack up and then come back tomorrow for the day and maybe see if I can run some material through a dry washer or at least do some more panning and spend some more time, see what we can find.
Perry's returned to the Iron Canyon claim located about 2 miles from the LDMA Duisenberg camp. He did some test panning the day before and found a couple specks. Now he's come back and set up his dry washer. Let's see how he does.
Well, it's pretty simple. We just classify the material through the screen on the top. And we have a little flow meter down there where you can let more material through or less. And the material I'm running, it's going to rain in here, so it's kind of wet. And when you have wet material, I like to run it through a couple of times so it'll dry it out a little better. The material that I'm running is right on top of bedrock, and we're scooping material right off the top of bedrock and running it through. So when you have material that's a little damp, you just take your tailings and run it through again. Well, I think I'm getting a lot of heavy black sand in there, so I think I'll shut down and do a cleanup. See what we got in there. All right. Yeah, my machine was not vibrating so hard because I'm thinking maybe it's full of black sand, so time to do a cleanup, see what we got in there. All right, here we go. This is always the fun part, seeing what you got in there. Quite a bit of material in there. Get that all in our pan. One thing about a dry washer, it's pretty easy to clean it up. There we go. That's all there is to it. Wet feels pretty heavy. All right, we'll pan her out and see what we get. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of fresh water in there so I can see what I'm doing. All right, here we go. A lot more black sand. Some lead. Some color. There's a little bit of gold in there. I see probably about a dozen flakes, something around that area. There's color here. You're not going to get rich, but there's some. You're going to have fun and get a little exercise and some fresh air. And a little bit of gold. You never know, you could hit a pocket and do real well in here.
Okay, I'm digging in the crack because as the years go and the erosion comes off the side of the mountain, that it has a tendency to go between rocks and it won't wash out. It has a tendency to settle on the rocks, and the chances maybe a nugget or some good gold find could be between the rocks more than on top. An old miner taught me this. And I think they know more than what I know, so. I was up at the Scott River and a guy showed me some tools like this, and he said he had bought them at a like a mining supply. And so I went home and I made up some out of some different rods and different garden utensils, and then just kind of changed some shapes to be able to go more straight in and pick it up and come straight out with it, so you don't have to quite bend your arm a little bit. But it's made out of all thread, and what I do is I pound it down on the side so it gives it more strength, so it don't bend, and it holds its shape. And then see, now I got the teeth on here, and it helps scraping the sides of the rock. All thread is a long rod with thread on it that you can put any length, like a giant long bolt. And you can put a nut on it, and you can put the nut anywhere you want on it. I just heated it up, pounded it out into a spoon shape, and then pounded the sides to get some of the tensile strength back in, so it doesn't it's real strong in those areas where the bend is. The purpose of this tool is to scrape the sides of the rocks a little bit better than a smooth surface. It'll actually see the teeth. But if I find any gold, I'll bring it up here and show it to you. I joined Lost Dutchman's because there was more open mining areas, more claims, and a lot better camp facilities from what I was told. And I like it. It's a lot of fun. I've been meeting with the outings now and the commons for about 3 years now, and I'm really having a lot of fun. I think the cost is reasonable because of all the other campsites that people, the camping clubs and things like that they get into, and they don't have anything to do. They just go out, camp, and that's it. Well, here you got things to do. Okay, this is some of the gold I found yesterday in the crevice that I was digging. I'll show them right here.
What do you do if you want to go dry washing and it's raining? Well, you leave the dry washer in the car and you set up a water recirculating high banker. That's right, folks. We're out here at Duisenberg. We're having an outing out here. And I think it rains in Duisenberg maybe 3 days out of the year, and it just happens so we're here on one of those days. It's been raining on and off here for the last few days, and so it's really hard to do any dry washing. So what we've done is we've set up a series of tanks full of water, and we're recirculating that water through a high banker. So we're going to go through and take a look at this operation and kind of see how you set up, maybe give you some tips and pointers on running a water circulating system in the desert. Now this is a picture of determination. If you want to go work it in the desert and it's raining, this is a setup you need right here. You can see they've got a high banker set up there, and they've got a sluice box added onto the high banker to kind of give them some room to work with down there. They've got a kind of a horse watering trough, and that's sort of like a pre-settling pond where the main material that comes out of there, the heavy material, they can settle out of there. Now the lighter fluff's going to come down into this first tank, and from there it settles into this tank, and that's where they're taking the material and pumping the water from this tank back around up into the sluice box. So they've got 3 settling systems, and over time what happens is water will leak out of this system, and as they're shoveling out of there, they're losing water. So what they have is they have some barrels set up over there, and they pump water out of those barrels to keep the system full of water. Every once in a while, this gentleman over here that's tending next to the pot, what he does is picks up a screen, he'll pull the material, rocks or whatever that comes through, and dump out the roots and stuff so that it doesn't plug the system up, the pump and system up. There's another screen over here, so you keep the water clean, and you keep the roots and grass and stuff out of it, and then you just shovel through, and there you go. It's a recirculating water high banker in the desert. What do you think, guys? Is there any gold in that stuff?
Oh, absolutely. It's getting heavier and heavier.
Heavier and heavier.
They must be hitting it.
Yeah. Well, I hope there's some big old nuggets in there.
Well, we know there's little ones from yesterday, little figgers.
Looks like it helps a lot that the people pre-screen that gravel.
Oh, yeah, there's very little coming out the back there.
Yeah, it looks like it's running through pretty good. All right, dig, dig, dig.
Classifying the rocks, taking the larger rocks away from the smaller dirt particles, so because most of the gold is found in the dirt, not in the large rocks. So we take the rocks out first.
Well, I think I'm going to try some of this stuff. And whenever you're working in material that's been dry, you got to make sure you get it wetted real well so that the gold can settle out. And once you get it wetted, then you want to get it so that it'll stratify, get the light stuff off. And then we're just going to quickly pan this down just to see what kind of color we got, if any. Pick the larger rocks out. Good looking material anyway.
Not a lot of black sand.
Yeah. Well, that's really what you're looking for. If you find a lot of black sand, eventually you're going to run into a gold layer in there, probably. Most usually, anyway. Okay, let's see. Any color in that one? Black sand, black sand, black sand. There's a piece. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. Another little piece over there.
Yeah. There's gold in there.
Yeah, there's gold in there.
Yeah, one gold.
Yeah, it's still sitting there. So it's gold.
Okay, we're at the end of the operation now. We've shut down the high banker. We've got it all cleaned up, the gears put away. The morning wrap-up's done. We're getting ready to do the final draw. And the way this works is we put all the nuggets into cups. We've got it all divided up. We've got the local gold in here, and if we run a little short, that Perry buys gold from different vendors, and so we always have enough gold here so everybody goes home with a little gold from our operation. And we've got this divided. In this particular case, we have 170 participants and draws going here, and so we've got them in cups from 1 to 170. And now the lids for these cups, they'll go into a bucket where the line will come through and draw, and they'll get the matching cup that goes with the number that they draw out of the bucket. This is a Lost Dutchman's Mining Association outing where we invite the GPA to come in and become part of the operation. Everybody goes home with some gold. If you want to come to an outing, come on out to the next Lost Dutchman's outing.
That looks really great. Wow. Really pleased with it. Make good earrings.
Well, what's your favorite thing about being a Lost Dutchman's member?
You know what? It's just fun to walk around here and enjoy the good times and the good people. Really great. Fun times. And you can't miss out on the potluck, 'cause that's the best.
Yeah, I saw that. It looked pretty good.
It was fabulous food.
All right, thanks, you guys.
Woo! Blocking the sun.
Oh, you got a big sign. No, I got a
So, is this your first time to a Lost Dutchman's camp?
second.
Second? And what brought you back the second time?
Because we enjoy it. We like to look around and see what we can find.
Come on, Eric, this way. Come on this way, please. All right.
There you go, buddy.
Say thank you.
Do you want to open it up and look? Would you like to open it up and look?
A nugget.
Wow.
I got my nugget.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's go see what Eric's nugget looks like. You hold on to that one. Don't drop it. Let's look at Eric's nugget.
Wow. Gary.
There you go. 40. There you got a bonus.
What's attracting you to join?
It's so close to home. Having a place we can set up the camper and stay for a while, do some prospecting.
Okay. What'd you got there?
Got us a little nugget about maybe half penny weight.
And? That looked good.
Looks great.
So what'd you get today?
Oh, I did really good. Well, besides the bag of that.
What is that bag anyway? Because a lot of people won't know.
Well, it's basically the concentrates of black sand. In fact, if you can focus in, you can see some little specks right there on it.
Let me see.
right?
Oh yeah, there's
See
gold
them?
in there, huh?
Yeah, so this is one of the fine stuff that they don't pull out. The pickers they pull out, and that would generally be these in here.
Right here.
I don't think you know.
There you
I
go.
need you to cut it.
You're welcome.
Oh, I got a beautiful one. Look at that.
I have a lot of people that ask me the question, Perry, can a GPAA member go and stay at an LDMA camp? And the answer to that is yes and no. Yes, GPAA members are invited to the LDMA camps when there is an outing or a function going on at the camp. And no, you cannot go if you're a GPAA member to a Lost Dutchman's camp if there's not an outing going on, so you can't just go on your own. That's the reason there's two clubs. We have the Gold Prospectors Association. As a member of GPAA, you have access to all of the properties and claims and lease sites that are in the mining guide. And if you're a Lost Dutchman's member, then you have access to all of the patented, deeded Lost Dutchman's claims and properties that Lost Dutchman's owns. So that's the difference. If you join Lost Dutchman's, you're automatically a lifetime member of the Gold Prospectors Association. So that gives you lifetime benefits to all of the Lost Dutchman's caps and also lifetime benefits to all of the mining guide properties. So that's the difference, and see you out on the creek bank.